Hey guys, Mike is back with another video. Today we're gonna take a look at the small amplifier and the three different speakers. I'm gonna change in this video the speakers. So this is the Skar audio, very nice speakers, power hungry speakers, 100-watt RMS. These speakers play from 45 hertz to 20,000 hertz, right? So I'm gonna change these speakers for the cheaper ones and the more expensive pro audios. And on this video we're gonna do some demo test. Running the amplifier is going to be Timpano audio. As you can see, just the wires is connected to the speakers and the input, and that's it, like a left and right channel, nothing else. Also, I'm running the DSP to clean this amplifier signal, right? So I'm going to cut these speakers for the 65 hertz because they saying the 45 hertz, but it's 45 hertz as like too much bass from this tiny monster, right? Reason why I'm doing this kind of video, the guys who wants to change first amplifier or they change the speakers. A lot of questions like, hey Mike, should I change the speakers and that's it, forget about it, or should I change the amplifiers, all that stuff. You have a like factory Bowers and Wilkins, you have a Bose, you have a JBLs, the factory, right? These speakers will sound better than factory speakers, but their sensitivity, the factory speaker is going to be a lot higher, so it will be louder with the garbage amplifier you have on the factory. So if you don't have any upgraded sound system, this is like a budget upgrade and you can get really good sounding system for the budget, right? Without running like a tons of cables with the amplifiers. So these tiny amplifiers can rock and roll a lot of speakers like no tomorrow, right? It's enough power to make like 5 times better than your any factory speakers. Also really good amplifier for the motorcycle application, for the Harley Davidson, Indians, right, whatever is like on the front area or under the seat, you can fit it. And you shouldn't run like huge cables. As you can see, that for the power I'm running these these speaker wire, and you're gonna see like without any heat, without any the problems will rock and roll. Let's play some music. As you can see on this amplifier, you have the switch here on the top. You see like a full range, and it's gonna cut your bass a little bit. It's gonna be like a low pass filter, and it's gonna be like for the subwoofers, it's gonna run just like the bass here. So I'm gonna show you all these setups. So if you're running like two small subwoofers for the Harley Davidsons or the DAC subwoofers, like my vehicle, if you have on the DAC some subwoofer speakers, you can run these. Also the 2 ohm stable, it means you can run on each channel so smaller the speakers, 4 ohm speakers together parallel. So 2 ohm stable is really good class D amplifier, right? They're playing the full music right now, right? But these speakers acting as a subwoofers. You see that because it's a high pass, the filter is on the amplifier, so it just gives the subwoofer subwoofer signals, right? We're gonna make lower, and I'm gonna switch this to the full. As you can see, 50% volume on the both sides into the next one. Than the speakers can handle, right? It's like too much bassy. Of course, I'm using the DSP here to control it. If you install these Skar speakers on your factory without upgraded sound system, just the factory speakers, you're gonna lose a lot of volume output. As soon as you feed them with the clean signal, these Skar audios will open up like no tomorrow, right? Clarity, tweeters, everything's on spec. So now, if you're getting the too much bass, imagine you don't have the DSP like me, you have another switch here, the same switch, right? You're gonna flip one more, watch the difference, the sound difference. at the flip, what it did, it cuts a lot lower bass. For example, you have again the Harley Davidson or the front door speakers, you have these kind of speakers. On the back or on the front, you have a 6x9s on the Harley Davidson. On the saddlebag, or the Indians, right, all the big motorcycles, you have a saddlebag, a 6x9s. So they can play a lot more bass. So on this side, for example, the front and rear you can run the full bass. So those speakers, the 6x9s, will be producing a lot of bass. And the front on the top speakers or the door speakers, you can cut on the other side, the front or back, right? The other side. So you can cut the bass, so these 6.5 speakers not gonna struggle a lot. All right, so I got the Pioneer speakers. If you have an upgraded sound system already from the factory, don't buy these speakers. If you have an older vehicle without upgraded sound system and you in the budget, you don't want to spend a lot of money, these speakers are okay. But for the price, you can buy the different speakers. The reason why these Pioneers is the sensitivity, it's a lot higher than the Skar audios. I just put it, and you're gonna see the sound difference when you're budgeting, what's gonna happen, and when you adding some money, what's gonna happen with this your sound system, right? Let's take a look. We're gonna play the same music. For 50%, the Skar were playing a lot louder than these speakers, and a lot more clarity on the details on the sound, right? Full range without cutting the bass. If you guys didn't subscribe to my channel, definitely guys subscribe it. It's gonna help me a lot to grow this channel, the microscopy channel, right? And smash the thumbs up button if you learned something new, and watch my other videos. I'm doing a lot of crazy experiment on this channel. You losing a lot of details from the music, right? The tweeters is just a plastic kind of tweeters, doesn't give all the tones on the music. And just the bass, it's more than enough, like just the being better than the stock speakers. But even you have a great amplifier, as you can see, when your speakers sucks, so that your music is going to be the garbage again, right? All right, as you can see, exactly the same setup. We have a Pro Audio right now. So the Pro Audio speaker is made for playing very loud sound, and this is a mid-range speaker, so you shouldn't give any bass for these speakers, right? You should tune these speakers from 80 hertz, like the best scenario is 150 hertz. It means there is not much bass at all, and all the way up to 6,000 hertz, right? So these guys doesn't have tweeters, just a mid-range, mid-section to be the loud. You can hear the sound difference, right? And I'm giving the full range, even the bass. Watch how these gonna perform the bass. So this output, Skar Audio couldn't handle the bass. Even that bassy speaker is made to play the 45 hertz, right? The Pro Audios, they are much better, stiffer, stronger spiders inside, so they can handle, for example, regular like entry level speakers, but they don't have a tweeters. Next video, since I installed it, I'm gonna install with the tweeters, because the DS18, this is a brand new speaker, brand new line, the speakers. So I'm testing these speakers, right? So since on my the bench, next video it's going to be just about these speakers. I will install a lot bigger amplifier and I will just like torture these speakers, right, to see it how it's gonna be standing up next to Fatal Pro, like the bigger name speakers, right? But this is for this purpose. Even you again running the Harley Davidson with a small amplifier, you see, you're gonna have a lot louder sound in the Pro audio if you don't need the too much bass, right? If you want to just project a loud sound, you have a subwoofers or the secondary speakers who will cover your bass side. These speakers will rock and roll your the music. Watch. Now I cut the bass a little bit. It is getting 125 decibel this full range when it's playing without cutting with the tiny amplifier. Of course, I can cut these speakers and give them a lot more power. It's going to be a lot louder, but 125 dB, it's around like the car horn, right? That's loud. So it's even the small amplifier, it's getting loud. Guys, if you didn't subscribe to my channel, definitely subscribe. It's going to help me a lot to grow this microscopic channel. I'm trying to get 100,000 subscribers, but it wasn't my dream. Like, if you like this kind of content, definitely just smash the like button. It's gonna help me a lot to figure out with the YouTube algorithm, right? So, conclusion again, if you wanna just from the beginning nice sound with the bassy sound, like a decent sound, go with the Skar audio, or I'm gonna put the couple different speakers for around the same price that sounds a little bit bassy, a little bit cleaner, all that stuff, right? The JBLs, all that stuff. I put the links in the description, right? So if you want to grow your sound system for the future, right? You're going to add the bigger amplifier, you're going to get the bigger subwoofer future, and from beginning, you're going to get the little bit bassy, the punchy sound. Definitely you can start from the Pro audios like this one, and you're going to get the brighter sound, louder sound. Of course, you have a tweeters when you have an upgraded sound system on your vehicle, right? So you can change for the Pro audios. You're gonna have a lot lighter, brighter, louder sound, and you can grow without spending next time, without opening all these doors. You just add the amplifier, and you're gonna have crazy loud speakers. If you don't buy the good stuff, you're gonna end up spending money. Even the same power those two speakers getting, these speakers will play like twice as loud than the bad speaker. So it doesn't matter, you can have good amplifier, bad speakers, or the bad amplifier, the good speakers, right? So hope this video is going to give you some ideas to build your sound system, and I'm out also in the next video, guys.